Hello everyone, I'm Yuan Li.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
Okay, today we'll be talking about Lentor Central residence. Yeah, so let's talk about the Lentor area projects.
Yeah, so technically, this is a Lentor Central residence, and Lentor collection, we have a few projects that are already done. So if you can see that we have this Lentor Modern, Hewlock Green, Lentor Hills, Lentor Mansion, Lentor Rear, and now we have this Lentor Central right at this corner here.
Yes, this will be our sixth project in this area. So over here in Lentor Central, we have direct MRT connectivity to Lentor MRT. So this Thomson East Coast line is connecting to the East Coast and various parts of Island, including 2 stations away from Bright Hill MRT, which is the Cross Island line, 4 stations from Caldecott MRT, which is the Circle line, and 6 stations from Stevens MRT, which is the Downtown line. So you have a very easy access to the CBD and outskirts of Singapore. The travel time from Lentor to CBD and Marina Bay area takes about 30 to 35 minutes, thereabout. Yeah, we also have prestigious schools like CHIJ St. Nicholas and Anderson Primary School located nearby.
For Lentor Central, we have 2 stacks here, and for the project itself, we have 3 swimming pools and 1 front pool here. So this is a full condo facility. Included, we also have this tennis court here and fully sheltered all the way to the MRT station.
The key development highlights the land size for this project is 158,000 square feet and is 477 units with 1 to 4 bedrooms. So it's a 99-year leasehold also.
So this is the schematic plan. As mentioned earlier, we have 4 kinds of bedroom, from 1 bedroom to 4 bedroom. So 1 bedroom we have 55 units, and 2 bedroom we have 210 units, 3 bedroom 106, and 4 bedroom at 106 units. Okay, so let's enter to our 1 bedroom analysis. So for 1 bedroom, we have 2 kinds of layout. One is 463 square feet, another one is 581 square feet. So for 581 square feet, very nice that we have this tuck-in kitchen here, which we don't really see it in any resale market, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so I think this unit here is definitely a plus point, but unfortunately, we only have 2 units in the entire development. So 463 is also one of the layouts that you actually can consider for 1 bedder. Since Lentor area has seen significant developments, we actually can compare with the 6 other projects layout. So we actually did this for comparison.
So over here, we are comparing with 6 other layouts in the Lentor area. So for Lentor Modern, we are having a 527 square feet 1 bedder unit. It's a typical 1 bedder layout actually.
But this 1 bedder, we have this study area here, which is quite nice .
Yeah, so your bedroom will actually be spacious?
Yes.
Okay, what about Lentoria?
So for Lentoria wise, if you can see, we have 2 kitchen panel here, which I think that you have more storage space. So I think this layout we also can consider.
Because we can build cupboards, right?
Yeah, and for Hewlock Green, right, actually we have a long walkway around here.
This is wasted space, I feel.
Yeah, so I would think that Hewlock, if we compare these 3 together, I think we shouldn't consider Hewlock Green. Okay, then for Lentor Hills, right, is 538 square feet, and if you can see that the kitchen is tucked at this corner here. Yeah, and for Lentor Mansion, they do not have 1 bedder, and next is our Lentor Central. So based on this, we would like to actually compare which are the 3 better layouts for your consideration. In this case,
so our top 3 choice we choose is Lentor Modern, Lentoria, and Lentor Central based on the layouts that we've seen in the earlier slide.
so for Lentor Central, right, if you can see, is the smallest layout here at 463 square feet, which we think that the quantum will be very attractive because of the size. Yeah, so I think Lentor Central is one of the units that you actually can consider if you are looking at 1 bedder. So for 1 bedder wise, right, usually either bachelor or maybe someone that actually want to invest. Yeah, so let's look at the rental itself. So we have actually pulled out the rental over here. If you can see, our nearest project around the area is Paranama, or else we can look at Gem Residence. If you can see that from here, the monthly rental is about 2,008 to 3,000, and for Gem Residence is also about the same, 2,009 to 3,000. So to safely say that the 1 bedder we can actually fetch about 2,008 to 2,009.
Yeah, conservatively should be able to.
Yes.
Shouldn't be a problem.
So we have a potential problem here because Lentor Mansion do not have 1 bedder, so they started with a compact 2 bedder at 527 square feet. For the one bedder we have is 463 square feet. So in the resale market wise, right, I would think that 463 square feet might be a little bit difficult to exit. Maybe you need a longer time to exit. While if you get the two bedder compact in Lentor Mansion, you will have a better pool of buyers that going to buy it because of the size.
Okay, so for two bedders, your exit can be like either small families or investor, but for one bedroom, usually are more towards investors, right?
Yeah. So for Lentor Mansion is actually harmonization. So if you have a look at 527, if you change into non-harmonization, is roughly about 558 square feet. So I think we don't really see a two bedder in the market at 558 square feet, even in the resale lah. Yeah, so I think Lentor Mansion did a very good job. You can see that we have two proper bedrooms here, and this can put a queen size bed. So now let's compare the rental yield if you are going to buy a two bedder versus a one bedder at this situation here.
So we took the recent TOP project called the Affinity for comparison. So the rental for a two bedder is at 3,002 and the rental for one bedder is actually at 2,008. So for one bedder rental, you are getting at 2,008. Your annual rental you are getting will be $33,000 and 600. And for the estimated purchase price of 1.08 mil, your rental yield will be 3.11%, right? So for a two bedder with a rental amount of 3,002, your annual rent will be 38,400. And previously the estimated price matrix, right, for two bedder we are looking about 1.2 mil starting from. So based on 1.2 mil purchase price and $38,400 annual rent, we'll be getting a yield of 3.2%. So for these two units type, actually the rental yield doesn't differ that much.
Yeah, so if you are an investor looking for rental yield, you actually can consider the one bedder because of the quantum. And then if you are looking to exit within like 3 years, I would prefer to get a bigger unit instead of the one bedder.
Yes, you're right. Okay, let us dive into the two bedroom analysis.
Okay, so for two bedrooms, we have two types here. This is two bed, two bath, 678 square feet and 689 square feet. So the difference here is one is a traditional layout and another one is a dumbbell layout. Yeah, so for these two layout, I think developer did it very well because you can see they actually have tuck-in kitchen.
Yes, which is not very common for two bedders.
Yeah. Currently, usually developer will do like a two bedder is open concept. So we actually can see a two bedder tuck-in concept, which is I think fantastic. So the next one will be two bedroom plus study. There is two different sizes as well, 786 square feet and 797 square feet. So if you can see that based on these two layouts, we also have a tuck-in kitchen. Yeah, and the study is right at the side of the bathroom. So if you actually want to close it up to do another bedroom, is possible. Actually, the difference between these two is the living hall space here lah.
Yeah, the living room is longer for the 797 square feet type.
So if you ask me whether if I prefer any layout here, I would think it's the same. So it doesn't matter of which layout they are getting.
I would go for the 786 square feet. Why do I say so? Because this extra space in the living room, usually people do not do that much stuff. You can't do much things here, right? Because your dining will be here, your sofa and your TV set and stuff like that. So in the middle, usually people don't actually put their stuff there.
Okay, so this is two bedroom comparison. If you can see that I actually compare the two bed, two bath with the two bed plus study. So based on, let's say if developer gonna price this project at 2003 PSF, you need to top up about $223,000 for the study area here. So if you, which is the ideal layout you will even consider?
223,000 for a study is a bit expensive. For me, I will opt for the 678 square feet type.
Okay, so now let's compare with the 6 other layouts of two bedder. So for Lentor modern wise is 732 square feet plus flexi. So the flexi is here, so it can act as a study room. And then if you can see that they also have a tuck-in kitchen, which what we saw in Lentor Central. So for this one, I think this is quite a nice layout, right?
Yeah, to me, I like dumbbell actually.
Yeah, okay. So for Lentorial itself, right, if you can see we have a study here. But this study do not have window over here, and if you can see that this is not a tuck-in kitchen lah.
So the study will actually be quite dark.
Agree that. So I don't think this is a project that we want to consider.
Yes, and it's an open kitchen concept, so people will actually prefer enclosed kitchen.
So if you say this way, I think all the open concept kitchen we can opt out.
Yes, I would think so.
Okay, so for Hillock Green itself is 710 square feet. Same thing, it's not really tucked in at the corner. So this kitchen wise, I don't think is something that we will even consider. So this project will be out. And then now we have this Lentor Hills. It's almost similar like what we see in Lentor Central, yeah.
Yes, that's right. And also the Lentor Hills, the kitchen is a glass panel. Yeah, so for glass panel, right, your kitchen will actually feel bright. Yeah, because the light from the balcony goes all the way into the kitchen.
Yes, I agree. So actually for Lentor Hills, this layout is quite decent. It's because we actually have this glass panel here. I think this is a go for us.
Yep.
Okay, the next one will be Lentor Mansion. So Lentor Mansion, same thing.
It's an open concept.
Open concept. So this is already out. Okay, so another one we are able to consider is Lentor Modern. Okay, so why we will choose Lentor Modern is also because if you can see the kitchen here, we have a window. The flex as well, we have a window here. So technically, this unit is actually quite bright.
Yes.
So our top three choices, Lentor Modern at 732 square feet. The second one will be Lentor Hills, 710 square feet. And of course, our Lentor Central at 689 square feet.
Alright, so let's analyze the 3-bedroom.
So this is our 3-bedroom layout. If you can see, we have 915 square feet. Another one is 1076 square feet. So the difference of these two layouts is 1076 square feet, we have an additional yard here and also of course a storeroom. So for this 915 square feet unit, we actually have this privacy right here. And then you can see the kitchen here, we also have glass panel. And here we have a window, which means that we will have direct brightness all the way. So our dining area can go up to 6 seater. And if you can see, we have an aircon latch here, and this aircon latch has this very special window here. So definitely you also have lights around this area here. And both of the toilets, we also have open window.
Correct. Both the layouts of the kitchen are also glass panel, so you also have ample light for the whole unit.
Yeah, so you can see it's here. So the difference is only the yard and the storeroom lah.
Yes.
So comparing both of them, let's say if developer gonna price this at 2002 PSF, you're gonna top up a $355,000 for the yard and storeroom. Will it be one of the choice? If let's say we're gonna go for the 3-bedder with yard?
I'll go for the smaller one because just for yard and storeroom for 355,000 is a bit expensive. But let's say if you are a family, let's say you have kids and you want a space to keep your daily necessities, then of course you can consider that too.
For me, I prefer the 915 square feet because it's actually a very decent size. If you need more storage space, we actually can do more storages around this area here or this area here. So now let's compare with the 6 other layouts of 3-bedder. So for Lentor Modern, if you can see, is 969 square feet, 3-bedder plus flexi. So technically, they have a flexi here lah. And Lentor Modern, like all the layouts got flexi.
Yeah, that's right.
So definitely they did a flexi over here. And you can see that the kitchen here, we have a window here. But the thing is, it's not a very bright kitchen because of this wall over here. But bedrooms are all exactly the same size lah. So for Lentor Modern, I think still okay, can consider. So now let's go to Lentorial. For Lentorial is 958 square feet, 3-bedder. So you can see that the kitchen is an open concept. So would you even consider an open concept in your 3-bedder?
No, I will not.
Yeah, I think for 3-bedder wise, definitely is for own stay. For 3-bedder, we require like closed kitchen. So I think this is not something that we will even consider, right? So now let's go into Hillock Green. If you can see, Hillock Green is 936 square feet. So basically, this is the kitchen area here. Then we have a proper dining and a living hall, and all the size of the rooms can fit queen size. All the bathroom, we also have windows.
Very decent layout. If you notice, walkway over here is actually wider. So you can actually build your shoe rack, your cupboards over there to keep your stuff. Let's say if we go back to Lentorial, right, the walkway is actually very narrow. So you technically cannot keep your stuff here. You can only use this space because the door will need a certain gap to open up.
But for Hillock, I think for the kitchen wise, it will be quite dark lah, because we also do quite a bit of resale. So when we saw this kind of layout, usually this part here will be quite dark. Yeah, so you have to keep on the lights. Like even though there's nobody there, because we don't like to have like dark corners and all. Yeah, so this part here will be quite dark. This area here also might be quite dark as well. So I think this layout we can opt out already. Okay, so now let's dive into Lentor Hills, 958 square feet, compact 3-bedder. If you can see our kitchen here, we have a glass panel. So which means that it will be very bright. The brightness will come from the balcony. All the bathroom also have windows lah. So I think this layout can consider as well because of the brightness of the house.
Yes.
Next, we will go to Lentor Mansion. Lentor Mansion is 865 square feet, 3-bedder. For Lentor Mansion, I think a bit weird because you can see that their kitchen is not enclosed. So I don't think this layout we will even consider due to the kitchen itself. So for this, we will opt out.
So we are left with the top 3.
So our top 3 will be the Lentor Modern, 9869 square feet, the Lentor Hills at 958 square feet, and of course our Lentor Central at 915 square feet. So now we compare for our 3-bedder with yard/study, meaning to say some of them they have yard, some of them they have study. Okay, so for Lentor Modern, same thing lah. As earlier we said that they have a flex, right? So the flexi room is considered like a study area. So this we will not talk about it anymore. So now let's go to Lentorial. Lentorial is 1119 square feet, 3-bed plus study. So if you can see from here, the kitchen is at this center of the house. And I think they have a very long walkway here lah. I think this walkway quite wasted. What do you think?
Yes, it is wasted.
And the study is here quite good. I like the landscape layout here, but the walkway I think a bit wasted lah. So I can say this is not in our consideration. Okay, next let's go to Hillock Green. So Hillock Green is 1184 square feet, 3-bedder plus study. I like this layout though because this layout we have this kitchen here with this open glass window. Yeah, so like we mentioned, the lights will come in from the balcony area. And the good thing is a landscape layout here, which is very nice. I mean, it's very good to have a bigger living hall area.
More squarish living hall than a longer one.
Yeah, I would prefer this. So I think this is a good to go. Okay, next is Lentor Hills. So for Lentor Hills is 1130 square feet, 3-bedder plus yard. Yeah, so for Lentor Hills here, same thing. We also have this open area here, as in we will have brightness coming up from here, and all the bathroom open window as well. And we have this small little privacy. If you can see earlier, we talked about Lentorial because of this long walkway. We didn't pick this layout. But if you can see here, we do not have the extra long walkway lah. Anyway, the living space will be all over here already. So I think this one can be considered as well.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, next one will be Lentor Mansion. So Lentor Mansion is 1023 square feet, biggest 3-bedder in Lentor Mansion. If you can see that they have a flex room over here, the bedrooms are standard size, and then it's an open concept again, unless you want to do a wall here lah, or else this is an open concept, and there's this powder room that is right at the corner here. I would think the powder room should be somewhere along this area. Yeah, so I don't think this is one of the layouts that we will consider, right? You are saying yes.
Yes.
Okay. I like forced him to agree with me. Okay, so now this is our top 3 choice. You can see we choose the Lentor Hills at 1130 square feet, 3-bedder plus yard, and the next one will be Hillock Green, 1184 square feet, 3-bedder plus study, and of course our Lentor Central. So who do you think our buyers that are going to buy at the 3-bedders in Lentor?
I would think that our buyers will be potentially BTO upgraders. Let's dive into the numbers.
So we went to do a research on the BTOs in Ang Mo Kio area because most likely our upgraders will come from Ang Mo Kio area, right? Okay, so for Ang Mo Kio itself, when they bought their BTOs 5 years ago, if you can see, 4-room flat is averaging about 382k to 500k, and for 5-room flat it will be 515k to 600k. So if you can see that recently sold Ang Mo Kio flat at the right hand side here, for 4-room flat is roughly about 850k, and for 5-room flat is about $1 million here. Okay, so really we'll continue the calculation.
Okay, so let's take 4-room as an example. We sold the 4-room for $854,000 with their previous purchase price of $450,000. They will have a $404,000 cash proceeds in their pocket. If the buyer intend to purchase a 3-bedder in Lentor Lentor Central, estimated to be about $2 million, they will need a down payment of $580,000, which is still a shortfall from the cash proceed of $404, correct? Okay, so let me pen it down. So the shortfall will be $176,000. So where do they get this $176,000 from? From their previous CPF amount usage. So when they bought the BTO a few years ago, the loan to value was 90-10, correct? So they are required to pay 10% down payment in cash or CPF. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So for $450,000, 10% will be $45,000. So that is the initial down payment that they were required to purchase for their BTO.
Okay.
Okay, so with this balance of $405,000, their monthly installment will be $1,621. So throughout these 5 years, they are required to pay $1,621 per month. So let's multiply this monthly payment by 5 years. The total amount will be $97,260. With these two add up together,
we will get about 142,000. We still have shortfall.
Yes, we still have shortfall, correct?
So now we have a shortfall of 33,000 around there. But if both of the couples are working, actually they still have CPF lah. Basically, they only pay 1,600 and 200 for monthly installment. Definitely, they will have some CPF in their CPF OA current.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so definitely these people they are able to actually upgrade to a 3-bedder. So we are done with the calculation now. Let's dive into the 4-room analysis. So for 4-room, right, this is a 1184 square feet. If you can see, we have proper 4 bedrooms, and this is our kitchen area. So our kitchen area here have a glass panel, you can see here. So definitely we have brightness that's coming in here. We do not have the problem that we said earlier that some of the kitchens are very dark. Yeah, and we have a proper storage room here, a yard area. I think this size definitely is something that you want to consider if you are looking at a 4-bedroom. Because of the master room, you can see we have an ample space over here.
Walk-in closet.
Yeah, if you want to do walk-in closet, I think it's possible as well. And for the 4 bedrooms, we also have a bigger unit, which is 1399 square feet. This is our biggest unit in the development. You can see that we have a storage here, a yard area here, and the kitchen is still open glass window. So definitely, like we mentioned, the brightness. And you can see we have a very good frontage here. And here is our storeroom. Okay, so for this 4-bedroom, we also have a walk-in closet here. And the good part is all the bedrooms have these attached toilets. And this is like you can add this like a junior master as well. So I think this layout, it will be quite popular because of the bedrooms are all attached. So comparing both 4 bedrooms, if you can see, if let's say developer is going to do it at 2,001 PSF, you're going to top up 451,000 for the storage area. So you're going to top up 451,000 for the extra size of 215 square feet. For these 2 4-bedrooms, I will choose the 1184 due to the quantum itself. And not saying that 1399 is not good. It's actually a very, very good layout. It's just that paying a 451,000 for the bigger unit, I would prefer to get a smaller one with the right quantum. Okay, so we are talking about topping up $400,000 to buy a bigger unit, right? So let's say if you are someone that actually looking at the 3-bedder bigger unit is 1076 square feet versus the compact 4-bedder at 1184 square feet. If let's say developer price it at 2002 PSF, you are actually going to top up about $237,000. If you, which one will you pick?
With me, I'll pick the 4-bedder because $237,000 for additional proper bedroom, a good size bedroom. I think it's worth it.
I think we can consider this bedroom instead. If it's a $237,000, because previously we talked about the 2-bedder, the quantum is about 200,000 as well for a study area.
Yes, that's right.
So now let's compare the 6 other units of the 4-bedders in the entire Lentor area. Okay, so let's look at Lentor Modern. Lentor Modern is 1528 square feet, 4-bedroom plus flexi again. And if you can see that for the 4 bedrooms here, some of the toilets do not have a window. And I feel that earlier we mentioned that Lentor Central we have attached bath, right? For them, they do not have attached bath here. Yeah, for this bedroom. So the 3 other bedrooms have toilets lah. So this layout might not be something that we want to even consider. So next one, let's go to Lentorial. Lentorial is 1345 square feet, 4-bedder premium. Problem of this layout is same thing here. We only have bedrooms without the toilet. The toilet is actually outside here. Yeah, but the good thing is all the toilets have windows lah. But I think the walkway is also quite long lah.
Yeah, it's quite long.
Yeah. But here we have a bit of a glass panel, which is brightness in the house. So now let's look at Hewlock Green. Hewlock Green is 1346 square feet, 4-bedder premium. For Hewlock Green wise, if you can see that for our kitchen area here, we have this glass panel. So like we mentioned, we have a brightness around this area here. And we have a junior master here with the toilet. Yeah, I think so far this layout is almost the same as the rest lah. So for Lentor Hills is 1399 square feet, 4-bedder. For Lentor Hills wise, wow, the kitchen here, this area, we have a lot of brightness, very nice. Attached bath again on the bedrooms, and these also have attached. Hey, this is exactly like Lentor Central.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
I think
So
this
all
layout
the
is quite
rooms,
nice.
all the rooms have access to toilet, right?
Yeah, and I think having 4-bedder is quite important to have an ensuite lah. So technically, I think Lentor Hills is one of the best currently. Okay, so now next will be Lentor Mansion, 1227 square feet, 4-bedder. If you can see, there is an open kitchen here. So I think you need to build your own wall. And the bedroom here, if you can see, there's no like attached bath. Oh, the bath is at this corner here.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a bit weird lah, this layout. So I think this layout we will not even consider, right? Yeah, so this is out. And then if we gonna compare between the 3 layouts that we have mentioned, which is Lentor Modern, Lentorial, and Hewlock Green. For Lentorial wise, I think like I mentioned earlier, because of the walkway lah, so I don't think this will be my choice. So I left with Lentor Modern and Hewlock. But Lentor Modern wise, I guess the flex room here a bit weird also. Yeah, so if you ask me to choose between Lentor Modern and Hewlock Green, I will still choose the Hewlock Green instead, because Lentor Modern is at 1528 square feet. So based on quantum wise, I guess Hewlock will be a better choice. So this is our top 3 choice.
Lentor Hills, Hewlock Green, and Lentor Central.
Okay, now this is the end of our analysis. Hope you all like this video, and of course do subscribe our video, like and share.
If you have any inquiries, feel free to contact us at the number there. Yep. So
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.